physical and is disconnected from spirit. And
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Mola worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual.
Good day, y'all. Let's see. So to put it on charge. This is my day before, y'all. I haven't charged it in like 3 weeks, so it works. That's a jam, right? I don't think this one's gonna work on it. This ain't the one for it. Want to let some more people come on in? Yeah, I'll be like, what the hell? This is an old charger I'm using. Okay? It plays nice, right? I can actually stream this to the TV and play it, but I don't like to. I was doing that the other day. I don't like it. Use this line. It's better, safer. I like 3 boxes of the new one. Hey, 3 boxes of the new one, so we're gonna let it play from here. This is some ToLU'S new stuff. Okay? I love our brother ToLU'S. You know how I am about pronunciations. I'm a real, excuse me, stickler. Let's see if it's on. No, it's not. It's charging, but I gotta tune it everywhere. Woo, shit. There we go. And it'll charge while it's playing. And we'll let some more people come in. Let me hit the light. So you go to War with This Beast, ToLU'S. He's got a new one. He's got 2 new ones out. Oh, it didn't connect. Hold on. It didn't connect. I was just too fast. Oh, duh. That was chicken from that chicken right there. See how small it was? I got a whole bag from the chickens that were soon to go. So I showed them how to dispatch the chicken. without causing pain and stress like the government, the fake government does, because those hormones in the meat messes you up. Like if you fish, guys, I'm going to share this with you.
Of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is a war with his beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out.
I can't, it's too tight, and my feet will be hitting everything.
We're really
I'll be hitting that heel toe like I'm crazy.
like it's a Frankenstein moment, and they're framing it to us as innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening, and
You wanna play?
equate it to like the
I got like $20 in change that I give to the kids when they come in. $20, but I get $4, $3 a piece
Not
for
to empower us, but to
gold
actually
and
transform us
quarters.
into a robotic simulation that
I always
is
give the
under
kids
their
all my
control.
change. So it's about $20, $25 in quarters and stuff like that. So when they come in, give them $3 so they get their little snacks and all that, have fun. So when you catch a fish, right back here on his head, because see, they put fish in the ice waters. We always do it, ice on ice. What happens is they suffocate, and in that suffocation, they're in pain, they're struggling. So what happens is all those hormones make all the meat toxic. So you take something very sharp. You don't tear the neck. For those who are too squeamish, push it right in the back. Sever it. No pain, no hormone transfer. Even for those of you like the behead and all that nonsense, but it's that quick. That way you can store it for travel. For those who don't know.
I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space ace and y'all. Buster stuck in the case, face off. After the shape, the statements of fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am a depth, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies with your fans get. Your rose and pearls, what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I know I go for the better. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people, old people too. Most of the black people, I'm talking to you.
I'm still big on my mushrooms, and this is like one of the best mushroom bacons. I have a whole bunch of these, and these I'm gonna get some more next month. But I have like about 9 or 10 of these, and let me tell you something: when they cook perfect and they're brown, God dog, you can't tell the difference. These are this are made strictly from mushrooms. No soy, no gluten, no nitrates, no none of that. These are mushroom style like bacon.
But I will fry cops. So force my heart. What is that icebox? I'm saying that from the skybox. You got it show who you build.
Go on a little bit, man. Just backed up last time. We're going on a little bit, but we ain't going out. So let him do it.
Warriors,
It's not gonna happen.
this where it's real from. The world's exchange, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep a rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should be disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID no issue. Coulda bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistol. The debacles about who owes who the fiscal, disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, bow, big back, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or be stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance, silence by guidance from conspiring cannabis, other aspirants of violence, terrorists of fire, straight and trying to hide. I'm sure and defiant. And environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Me in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hyping. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not blind. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push on the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, we're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them, it's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. There's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, mile, or big bang, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or wet. There's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, mile, big bang, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Kichiwa. Signs and symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round, created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bronze, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kids while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw a magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely, but keep me, I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint and split the range, the plane, the centimeters. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Spank you, and I, of course, am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well, at least I'm flying plain view. In my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call when growing out. Spit flows, dope man, fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow. Stay high, years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by logos. I've raised my moral ground, way high my character. Stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky, new God. I'm what the world's been waiting for, the day's not. They out there and I don't abide by the same ethics. They fan respect, yet obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect, but with strange methods. But the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribe my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rash spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kid that it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. I announced it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sun lit on you false lights. Don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors slip the part, but just for show. Go figure, you dig, pounding you bad boy or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hill track, no iller max than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You promise, dash your salt. The dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last roll. I blast off my crash ball to the next zest of living. Sacredly section whose ass off. When she walked that ass off, I told back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who they gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on minds, my circle is me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance is abnormal, dormant, from and leave y'all. Right way.
That's enough. God damn. Whoo-wee! What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Delusions and that. What? And no, it's 124, baby. Y'all know what I'm talking when I say that. Old Mac, what's up? That's from Snoop. Benji, what's going on? Old Mac, yo. Jay, what's going on, beloveds? Thanks for the donations, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into it. First one, let me see if I can pull it up. No. Excuse me. So I'm going to share this because Jay Davis asked me a question, and I've shared this before. So obviously he didn't go back and watch any of my older move videos. So there's a big thing going on, right? Let me pull that up first. I'm not going to scroll all the way back. I've got well over 1,000 tabs open. So, in Arizona, let me pull up Texas. I don't want to pull up Arizona because all these laws don't really apply to us, but the toxins that exist are for real. Section 46.04 of the Texas Penal Code makes it illegal for someone convicted of a felony to possess a firearm if more than 5 years have passed since completing their prison sentence. No prison sentence, including parole or probation. No parole or probation. Now, the law allows possession of a firearm at home. Federal law does not contain that exception. But what I wanted to point out, which I shared with y'all before, okay? All right. So I just ordered 3 things of black powder because I have a couple of Colt 45. I have regular Colt 45, you know, Navy, antique. I ain't gonna tell you, it costs too much. I bought over 2 decades ago. I just ordered some black powder rifles. So I like the Hodgdon H5 6 pounds. HS6 a 6-pounder, and the other one that I ordered was the Hodgdon. I hate how they pronounce these words. Perfect pattern shotgun powder. One's $39, another one's $45. So I ordered these because you can, however, and I'm going to show you. You can, however, own. And let me tell you something. People that shoot with these guns become more proficient than people shooting with all these automatics and these dummies. You can own black powder rifles and handguns. Yes, and we fought many wars with them. So obviously, with millions of bodies all over the damn earth. All right, and I hope they didn't go into the light. But anyway, yes, and they're not that expensive until you clear it up, have everything removed, or take it back. Because see, we always hear this: it can't be tried again. That's that nonsense. And as you're finding out, the majority, 99% of the people lynch will lynch mercilessly. All right, without mercy, and it will lies, okay? By sick individuals for lands, our stores, our businesses, and everything else. And they all crumbled under them. That's why they had to turn around and give them all this welfare and everything before we didn't need it. Until the CIA, FBI, and all the OSS and all them started getting involved, further destroying our cities and towns. Now, alluded that before reading this to what I'm going to state. It's funny how you got these Jews, these fake Jews, and that's what they are. In Canada, telling Arabs that they can't buy land. In Canada. This is what I was pointing out to you. And they're still over there murdering Palestinians, and you got a whole bunch of these fake guns all over the media and everything else. You don't see not one of these Republicans, fake Republicans, and these racist fake Democrats doing anything. You see half of these police officers, right? Well, the majority of them. Following, and a lot of them don't even like them fake Jews, not realizing that they're not Jews at all. That's how dumb they are. Okay? And look, I'm not into the religion thing on a motif of this, that, and the other. All I can tell you is that everything that belonged to us is stolen away and spread all over the friggin' map. All over it. So why we ain't raising Cain? You know why? Because they had all the fake feds come in pushing black power movements and all this other stuff. It's funny, because I even broached upon the brother whose father was murdered in his sleep with his pregnant wife in the Black Panther Party when he was young, 20-something years old, used tactics from fake Jews, and that's what half of the police were that went there to murder him. Okay? How come y'all ain't raising Cain? You know why, right? Because they wanted to put fear in your head and make it redundant with fake movie history and everything else. That's why I said it's important for y'all to come together. Can't nobody tell you what to do, where to be, and how to be. When they're letting foreigners across, y'all still staying in your homes as being stupid. I'm gonna read, but not right now. I'm not being nice. I'm being tame. I'm a beast. I have to be tame. But I do the taming. And when I say there's no excuse, you better hear me. There's nothing you can explain or say, none of you. Y'all are all afraid to die. When I tell you don't go into the light, when I was telling you on a story breaking things down about something waiting, I wasn't playing, because you'll just come right back here. Next time you might be food and beheaded or another, it ain't no telling. Directions to be free. You're already free, you just don't know it. That we're having disruptions and interruptions by things that aren't supposed to do that. They can't even beat us out there in our true existence. And they couldn't beat us here. Y'all become weak, you become lazy and unplausible. Now I ain't gonna talk about some this, that. I mean, I'm looking at the little idiot Negro talking about my daughter and we jumped your pappy, and he's got a big old Masonic thing around his neck like an idiot, a retard, because he really doesn't, none of them know what it really means. Trust me, they don't. Even the Pale-skins, Peckerwoods using it. All right? So let's go ahead and get into reading. Palestine doesn't matter. I already know that the majority of you aren't really from there, that you actually helped conquer the land, and some of you were displaced there from other lands. But yet there are those many who are Palestinian, and they were very dark ones. And they say the media, fake media, that's why you don't see media people riding the trains no more in New York. Well, they're comfortable because they got enough melanated ignorance riding around. So maybe they do. I don't know. Couldn't be me riding beside me. Oh, you the news reporter, huh, cuz? You ain't going to work today, cuz. But anyway, it's a fact. You don't go out here creating defamation of character, false this, that, and pretenses based on working for a corporate sponsor of terrorism of my people. No, bro. Nah. Couldn't sit beside me. No, it's guaranteed. You can study all the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and everything else. Even have a little side. Wouldn't matter. Trust that. Let's go ahead and get 100 years of lynching. Sir Raffgensbruck. My neighbors are from Germany. I heard the last name, so they're fake Jews. But anyway, I still respect everybody until they have no respect for themselves. All right, we're going to go ahead. You already know what the books look like. We're going to go ahead and get to New York Call, May 7th, 1922. Sheriff holds 2 whites in crime that 3 burned for. Fairfield, Texas, May 6th. Cliff and Arnie Powell. Cliff and Arnie Powell. Look up these two. Anyway, 2 so-called white men were detained today for further questioning in connection with the murder of Eula Osley. You know what I'm talking about, right? For which 3 Negroes were burned at Curvin this morning. Sheriff H.M. Mayo declared that tracks leading from the scene of the murder led to the home of the brothers. The shoes of the Powells fit the tracks, was the terse comment of the sheriff. One of the brothers was arrested yesterday, and the other surrendered after the mob had taken the Negroes from the jail here, said the sheriff. The King and Powell families had some kind of a fight some time ago, in which one of the Powells was badly cut. This is just another clue we are following up. Now, Miss Osley was granddaughter of John King, wealthiest rancher in these parts. Apart from their family feuding, the Kings and Powells have been involved in legal battles against one another too. Obviously for our land and all our businesses. Go look them up. That's why I gave you the names. They want to push narratives and have you believe in this, that, and the other. There ain't nothing one of these bastards earned. And you hear these new age last two generations about I grind for it. You ain't grind for nothing. Everything was set up, and most of them light skins fell anyway. This is not hate. This is breaking the lie. That's what it's about, man. And you see how snob they are with their aptitude? And what are you doing here? And then you got one little peck of wood standing there going, you could go to hell. Talking to the Arab brother who looked just like him with a big old crooked nose and everything. Thank goodness there's Jews from Iraq, Afghanistan. Oh yeah, there's Afghanistan, Iraqi Jews, Gujarat, whatever, Persia, who are speaking out against these fake Jews. And I'm so inundated and loving it. But this is the reason why they push it, because see, they want this, what they're doing in Gaza. You know these governments are fake because only a couple of people did something. You need to know this. How else could they be talking about one world government and all this other stuff, which is not a government? It's a perversion. They want you to be fearful, not have harmony of knowing balance, stability. You're at war and y'all act like everything is normal. That's why I have no respect for my family. Well, quite a few of them. And most of the people I grew up with are nothing but non-knuckleheads. Look at Jeffrey Deutsch. He's about an idiot of idiots. And that's a whole bunch of them. And they walk around just trying to be comfortable. Oh, we're too old for that. No, these are people who are blind, have always been blind, made blind by the system. Chumps. Jamal Tryman, all of them. Chumps. Say something bad about Mason or religion, they get you know. These are chumps. People who I know got something to them, but right now they're acting like little ass women. Old women who shouldn't be fighting but have more power than anything. But they don't. These are not women. You get what I'm saying? They're acting a role of a felonious existence. So let's get into the Bruce Larry's and the Negro Project. Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, you know already, dangerous, disastrous, deadly, the 5 Ds. Okay? Plan for. I'm not going to show you her face. You know the book. And see, they're attempting to tell these individuals, unbeknownst to you, to what to do and what not to do when their time, when they expire. Some of them are attempting to live longer. And there's a reason why it's not going to work too well, regardless of the few they may have. It's just, anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Certain things I can't say on here. Next time your brothers come up, I'm going to sit you down over at the park. I'm going to sit and we're going to talk about some things that I wanted more people to be able to share information with. We'll see. This approach, while remember where we were at, I'll pick this one up. Despite these backs, we're talking about, you know, the Gregory's bill, the eugenics issue and all that stuff in 1911, the report that identified euthanasia. When we were talking about Mr. Kevorkian, remember when I was giving you a little bit of light in that direction? Let's get into it. This approach, while appealing to eugenicists, y'all know what that means, right? Like Madison Grant, was proving to be problematic for many in the movement, not on moral grounds, but as a practical matter. They simply did not believe that Americans were prepared to accept a large-scale national euthanasia program. And they didn't think the populace would go along with a wholesale gassing of the unfit either. Thus, it was deemed necessary to employ some different approach that would not draw undue attention to either the motives behind what was being done or the methods by which such plans were to be carried out. One such method involved an asylum in Lincoln, Illinois, which fed new inmates milk that was laced with tuberculosis on the behalf that those who were genetically fit would somehow be resistant to the deadly ingredient. This resulted in a fatality rate of between 30 and 40% per year over the course of the program. And you know who they were killing. Go and look at the Lincoln, Illinois asylum. do your best to pull up the real pictures. All right. Though many people today associate mercy killing with the modern right to die movement pioneered by Dr. Jack Kevorkian and the present Oregon, Washington State, and Montana laws approving doctor-assisted suicide. That's right, Washington State and Montana laws approving doctor-assisted suicide. The idea of ending the lives of the unfit on an organized basis, either by gassing them, poisoning them, as in the example shown above, or by various forms of legal neglect, actually predated each by several decades, 70 years. In fact, the movement tried to create an air of medical and scientific legitimacy. What do you see going on right now? Those in those positions, what are they doing? On the murdering of our people and making our people stupid to run and have sex, this, that, and the other, not listen to their parents and breaking the family down, and murders and wars. This is not new. And then you got these goofy women running around, these dumb young men, and they don't even know what's really going on because they're not sitting down paying attention. Now, I know y'all ain't sharing my stuff like you should be. Or reaching out to people saying, come over here and listen. Have a seat. I know it. Okay? Scientific legitimacy around them as far back as the early 1930s. One way in which it attempted this was through an effort in 1931 by the Illinois Homeopathic. That's like saying this is organic. We know that the FDA, we know they're lying. Okay? Medical Association, which was aimed at passing laws to approve the right of to euthanize imbeciles and others considered to be unfit. Despite this, mercy killing remained on the fringes in America for at least the next few decades and resulted in eugenicists continuing to rely on forced sterilization and segregation programs to achieve their goals. Remember, segregation is to do what? So all you people still going to them black churches, don't even talk to me. I know there's a bunch of you stuck, especially in them liberal towns. I know people that come over here from my page still talking about I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, and they're dummies because their ears, their brains are closed off. Don't worry, they'll run to the white light. When I tell you we're all family, you better believe that. So there's no my brother, my sister nonsense. We're family, every last one of us. Are you starting to get it now? When them Peckerwoods, them goofy ass Peckerwoods, and they all wanted Gajard, were murdering these melanated people. After they did all that warring and everything, rage and bloodlust, they were killing their existence. And somebody said to me, hey Red, do you think there's people answers for this? Yeah. I'm just not going to go into it. I have a story to tell. For the new subscribers, appreciate you. I see they tried to hold off people subscribing. I welcome even my Jewish brothers and sisters. Those who have sense, who ain't cooperated, who aren't afraid. I don't care what your walk of life is. Anybody can be a Jew, but not all can be Judean. There's only one group of those. And not every African is a Negro. I'm tired of hearing this Negro to Guinea shit. All they were alluding to the fact of those who are of us over in those certain places. I would love to see people be more intelligent. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into Behold the Pale Horse. Yes, sir. Mr. William, I'm going to show you this one. If you're going to be over where we're going to be at, you don't need to get it. You're welcome to this one. I'm going to make a small library for everybody. I got to actually call him in the morning and give him an exact date. So, Rondo, I'm going to let you know. T, Jay, if you want to come through at that time to help. For the trucks and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead, you don't need to have trucks. We're not moving stuff. We might take some stuff and send it down there. But I'd rather have tarps and a hot tent and all that kind of stuff set up. That way when I get there, all right, because there might be one more trip. That when I get there, we just get to swinging pickaxes, laughing and joking, setting up a little table tent to cook and eat. I'm not going to say it's making through the high winds of the winter. We can establish that. But we need to get to forming our own bricks, making our own things, me welding some rebar, blah, blah, whatever it's going to be. Putting a few $100s together, getting a couple of sheds for small temporary homes, all right, that we could turn out and flip out. There could be Airbnbs as we build, whatever. Then I'll show y'all how we can actually fabricate and build our own car using junk scraps, spending no more than about $5,000. I'm talking about riding street legal type. We don't need license plates or none of that. We be our own nation, regardless of what they want to blow up and everything. We could do that now, but most people, like I said, you're fearful, you're scary, you've impelled yourself, you're living a lie. No, I can't stop nobody from living a lie. Let me turn this off because it's not going to charge like that. I can't stop nobody from living a lie. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and get into this because we have section 4, 5. 5 is pretty long, okay? And we have 6. Now, it's not long what you mean. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of interpreting today. God dog it, man. We just closed it. This is not today, fool. Shwoop. Here we go. We got it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Section 4. And do you remember what this is? Behold a pale horse, all right? You always put top secret on the bottom. But anyway, this is article, I remember this is article 12. So I had to go back to look, but it's not even, this is article 12 right here. Section 4. All operations of the national government shall cease as they are replaced by those authorized under this Constitution. So what does that mean? I'm not going to do a lot of interpretation. I want you to really pay attention. All operations of the national government, what is that? All right, shall cease as they are replaced by those authorized under this Constitution. The president shall determine when replacement is complete. The president shall cause to be constituted an appropriate commission to designate existing laws consistent with this Constitution, and they shall be void. Remember when I said they radicalized it and then adopted it? You think I was playing? It was never theirs. They didn't make it. You would think people would read this and know that, but they overgloss it with the ignorance of the mental desperation of holding on to something that never existed. And they shall be void. Also, the commission shall assist the president and the legislation houses in the formulating of such laws as may be consistent with the Constitution and necessary to its implementation. They can't tell us what the fuck to do. Not a goddamn thing. Excuse my French. Okay? Nothing. Section 5. For establishing new states' boundaries, a commission of 13 appointed by the president shall make recommendations within 1 year, because they're corporate ideology based on the Sea of Concord. Has nothing to do with this land, people. Shall make recommendations within 1 year. For this purpose, the members may take advice and commission studies concerning resources, population, transportation, communication, economic and social arrangements, and such other conditions as may be significant. The president shall transmit the commission's report to the Senate after entertaining, if convenient, portions for revision. Now the Senate shall report whether the recommendations are satisfactory, but the president shall decide whether they shall be accepted or shall be returned for revision. Existing states shall not be divided unless metropolitan areas extending over more than one state are to be included in one new state, or unless other compelling circumstances exist, and each new state shall possess harmonious regional characteristics. You know what's funny, when they said the 13 colonies, I was like, how was that? When the maps still point and allude to the fact that it was North Carolina and Florida. I mean, it was Virginia, Florida, and Louisiana. So with the fake thing of pilgrims and everything, I was like, wait, get out of here. Then the people pulling the map up, they don't even know what they're looking at because they don't have these states. Now go back. And then all you people talking about 17th spirit of 1776 and all that little retarded stuff. Our spirit, you fools. It's about 80 damn degrees. I'm out. 83. Let me represent appropriately. I look like one of them old pictures, don't I? Oh, give you the 1,000-yard stare? All that there. Anyway, I'm going to entertain y'all. Don't worry, I'm going to entertain you guys. Excuse the language, though. Okay? Now, Section 6. Constitutions of the new states shall be established as arranged by the Judicial Council and the principal justice. These procedures shall be as follows. Constitutions shall be drafted by the highest courts of the new states. There shall then be a convention of 100 delegates chosen in special elections in a procedure, approved by the overseer. If the Constitution be not rejected, the principal justice, advised by the Judicial Council, shall promulgate a constitution and initiate revisions to be submitted for approval at a time he shall appoint. If it again be rejected, he shall promulgate another, taking account of objections, and it shall be in effect. A constitution, once in effect, shall be valid for 25 years as herein provided. So who made the Constitution? I like to see some of the light-skinned brothers and sisters come in here. I like to see these punks on this fake-ass, goofy government security team stop throttling your bastard punk asses. Like I said, when I said burn the candle at both ends, yeah, you cause and effect. So why don't you unass it and be freed from it, or think that you know how to get back. I guarantee it, you're going to come back, but you're going to be somebody's supper. You're going to come back, but it ain't going to be what you think. You're not going to go and be free to go to other realms and take your delusion and have remembrance. Why don't you do that? That's a fact. Not a factor. A factor in y'all's little existence. Or stand there and say, let me go get him. Let me not do that too. It's not a game. All the games are done. No, they're done. Y'all are the ones still playing. All right. So we got these four are small. So we're going to do those tomorrow, okay? Maybe this evening, because I slept again today, okay? And then we're going to get into chapter 15, the story of Jonathan May. Really something. Really something. Exposing the expositions. Ooh, I know my hair is jacked up, y'all. My mohawk is about like, anyway. Exposing, and I know I should be shaving this off. I'm not shaving nothing. Exposing the expositions, 1851 to 1915. This is Howdy McCaskey's revised 2021 from his 2019 edition. Court of Honors in Chicago. Y'all been in Chicago? Okay? Excellent read. And I did find out something, and I'm not going to let you know. And I'll let you know when the time comes. I'm going to let you back out, but you did that at me, boy. And I had to snatch him up by the back of the neck. And say, I got a stunner, right? You don't stun a cat, you kill it, right? So I just rub it. And he hauls butt back in the house. He went and ran at a bird and jumped up in the bushes. Kind of got stuck. So I went over there and skit you it, and I could throw water on them. Cats are stubborn when they. So I hit the zap, right? Zip, zip, and he trying to move around the bushes. And he's looking at me, but not at my face. I look up over the top, and he's going. I said, "Whip!" No, listen here, man. This is not ego. I don't think y'all know how quick I did it, but I think I got a little scrape because the top, because of them cutting, don't know what they're doing with the edges. Yes, my Mexican brother, y'all don't always know what you're doing. I went right through the big square one, about up the hair. I just went down in there, snatched him up by the back of the neck. He looking retarded, and I hit that zap again. He's starting to run in the air. I dropped him on the ground. He took off and ran back inside. Now he's attempting to be as nice as possible, laying beside, licking my toe, No. And I'm gonna take him out. You know, summertime, man. Well, it is. So I'm gonna take him out. Well, actually, we know it's not. But I'm gonna take him outside and let him hang for a little bit. He was like, "Wow, you don't do this." Oh, you know how the cats do that? What's that? What's it? Yeah, I said, what you? Oh boy, you got me quick. Oh no, I like a little pain, scratches and bites and all. You don't know me. Oh, I'm big Rottweilers and pit bulls and. Yes, Carlos, I've had to break up, choke out. You would be surprised. Everybody knows me from the reservation. How many dog fights? I'm talking about bad ones where I got bit in the butt, bit on the left nut, bit on the thigh, bit on the forearm. One jump at my throat. That's when Charisma tackled that one. She was older then. Y'all don't know. I got marks on my legs from dog bite. And look, I picked one pit bull up and had to throw it all the way across the street into the yard, back into its yard. Broke his leg, though. I don't believe it. I'm SPCA. I figured the dog would have landed. It was young. I threw it over because it bit me. I just picked him up and threw him, about 7 years ago. And the people, when they came, I said, what happened to the dog? Because I already took it and got his leg bound. I had got the leg fixed and everything. It wasn't a bad break, but he couldn't walk on it. It was like a hair fracture. I said, you damn dog, jumping out chasing these damn cats and everything out here and these horses, because they do that. Ran at my service dog and Charisma brought down, scuffled, and he backed up off of her and came at me and bit me on the leg. Oh, he said, oh, he did, man. Oh. I said, don't worry. That's why his leg isn't in that thing, because I think I broke it throwing his ass over there. And he went over there and said, don't you hit that dog. Oh, this is facts, y'all. This is facts. This is not made up stuff. Anyway, let's get into the reading. So we know we was looking at 1908, right? And I just showed you yesterday a bird's eye view of the 1915 exhibition, right? We're talking about Pan-Pacific exposition, right? Excuse me. That was itching. Okay? We're talking about, this is at San Francisco. So I know people are sitting there going, wait, Panama? I was just messing with you, seeing if y'all would do the research. Obviously you didn't, because you didn't come back and rebuttal. Red, that was San Francisco. So anyway, another oddity is a 1908 photo of an Elks Club meeting in San Francisco. Elks Club, Masonic, all the liars, right? Unfortunately, this one was found by a photographer at a local garage sale and can be seen here. The elite are gathering and obviously having, we don't like saying that because they're not elite nothing, happily living it up and partying. This while much of the city is supposed to be still living in refugee camps, and barely functioning slums, which of course we don't see in photos. We see fully functioning cities. These people in the Elks Club photo do not have a care in the world. This very image reminds me of the closing shot of Kubrick's masterpiece, The Shining, a movie that links later with Eyes Wide Shut. For those who haven't seen it, you really need to take a look at that. To present the control of the masses and who it is that is doing the controlling as far as Kubrick's party and this Elks party is the same. San Francisco, is somebody smoking a cigarette, man? Oh, no. Hold on, y'all. I can't be smelling that shit. Not up in here, bro. Oh, no. I gotta close the window, bro. Hold on. Oh, no. That's some old funky ass. I can stand a cigar, but that's some old funky ass shit. Open that back, man. We can't hear that coming in here. Hey, I asked you to open it. You stand by it. You think this is about it, bro? No wonder you ran upstairs. I know it stink, man. You smoke a little nasty, stink ass, stale ass, funky, chemically induced cigarette like you doing something. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. I'm just messing. Cigarette smokers for real. Stupid. Anyway. Whew. Anyway, San Francisco holds a medium-sized fair in 1909, the Portolo Festival. While there are not many photos of this fair, there are a lot of posters from it. They are all strange. A Spanish-looking woman cuddling a bear overlooking the city, or a Spanish-looking woman walking down some Greek steps surrounded by roses. No matter the presentation being made is at San Francisco, just like Chicago had been. is a phoenix rising out of the ashes of the 1906 quake to bring a beautiful new world to everyone's day-to-day lives. Of course, all the main building needs to emulate ancient Rome or ancient Athens. Bird's eye view of 1915 exhibition. Now, this is the Panama Pacific exhibition. Now, that brings us to the 1915 Panama Pacific International Exposition of San Francisco. This, they did not build. This is our old shit. This is what you're capable of. Now, mind you, what was underneath. I'm gonna hold it steady and for a little, so my apologies, guys. Okay. San Francisco, which opened February 20th to celebrate the completion of the Panama Canal. The exposition was to show off the city's amazing recovery from the earthquake. When the Panama Pacific International Exposition opened in 1915, San Francisco looked fabulous, bedecked with ornate, European-inspired, here we go with that made-up term European from Algonquin Queen, inspired architecture and an array of technological wizardry. And the city resumed its role as a West Coast powerhouse. Less than a decade after near total destruction, block after block of property flattened by the 1906 earthquake and ensuing fires had been transformed to make way for glitzy new hotels, sturdy apartment buildings, landscape parks and courtyards, offices, theaters, and a sparkling gold-top city hall. New streetcar lines were built to carry visitors and locals to the fair, much of which rose on previously uninhabitable lots along the city's northern waterfront. The Panama Pacific International Exposition showed the world that the city had reached new heights of grandeur, launching the modern incarnation of San Francisco like a phoenix from the ashes. Now, the Tower of Jewels by Hunter Osman Stanford, Collectors Weekly, March 27, 2015, and Laura Ackley, San Francisco, Jewel City, the Panama Pacific International Exposition of 1950. You can look those up, okay? And I would advise you to. Like Chicago, they also chose a swamp area, today known as the Marina District. The fair was constructed on a 636-acre, 2.6 kilometers, mind you, square, site between the Presidio and Fort Mason. Before the fair, it was supposed to be a small 400-property neighborhood known as Harbor View. The buildings were all claimed to have been demolished to make the fairgrounds. But as Laura Ackley wrote in her 2015 book, there was collusion about it. Though nearly 100 earthquake refugee shacks had been located in Harbor View, boy, I swear to God, y'all fake gods. Anyway, I'm sorry. Harbor View, their homes were evicted after their homes were condemned by the Department of Health. DOH, go figure. Okay? Of course, only shacks in the Harbor View area were condemned. Nowhere else in the city, Wikipedia claims 76 city blocks had been cleared or filled to set the stage for the exposition. So why would the area need to be cleared if an earthquake and fire had basically destroyed the city? And if they did spend a great amount of time and energy to build things on those sites after an earthquake, why would you then tear them all down to build temporary structures, to tear those down and build something else again? Now, as you see, these bastards use the same thing to indoctrinate the children and break them and make them narcissistic sociopaths. And you better believe there are movies that you've never seen that they show these children that are lies, because if they showed them out here, people would be in an uproar. Oh, you better believe that. Heaven bearers, oh yeah. Excuse me. Heaven Bearers, The New Age of Deception by Janine Helen. Bro, that's just you, man. I know this is you, bro. Why you licking my book, man? After eating tuna roll. It was on the corner, man. I know he was, because he licks my books, y'all. He was just licking the book of Enoch, and then he was licking the Apocrypha. Why would he lick the book Enoch and then lick the Apocrypha? And he was licking the custodian book in the front. And he didn't lick nothing else. I never even thought about that. No, seriously, I think I got a video of him licking the book of Enoch. I was like, look at this! And it's a hard one. He's just licking it like it was crazy. I never thought about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Janine Helen, okay? Damn, I never thought about that. Maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. Chapter 2, right? We're in chapter 2, remember? Let's carry on. Thought is powerful. Be mindful of that. It is the most powerful of all the senses and is a type of superpower that makes any task, big or small, simple to achieve with absolute precision. Thought. It's not just provoking. All right? Everyone is a master at their own craft, and no two thoughts can ever be the same. Thought can create just about anything. The mind is a 3D printer that can form objects at will. You can. An idea is conjured up, and the mind directs the energy waves to form a specific pattern, which is then interpreted into something physical by the use of the other senses. Nothing and everything is real. Nothing and everything is real. Don't put emphasis on nothing. Nothing doesn't mean nothing, y'all. Catch 22. An oxymoron. That's why I said I burn the candle at both ends, and if they keep messing with this, they will no longer be or exist. And I'm not playing. It's not a threat. It's a guaranteed fact. An oxymoron that is complementary rather than contradictory. And once this concept can be understood or understand and harnessed, it changes everything. All of a sudden, there is no longer any need for heavy machinery or equipment. One man can cut stone and lift it using his mind and the natural energy contained in the ether or ethereal of it all. This is the coral castle, per se. As an example. You all know about that in Florida? You ever visited? That's not the only one, though. That's the only one that they'll put on the mark for you. Okay. Then I share a story, and a little Puerto Rican friend of mine who was in air conditioning refrigeration with me at Apex in New York, off the Avenue of Americas. He said, I remember when you did that. He said he shit his pants and he was going to the cathedral and everything. He says it wasn't working because I showed him when I took. What was it? I took a. We were in the stage of messing with some of the evaporators and the motors, and we had already been doing a lot of the sweating and stuff, you know, the burring and grinding and cutting with the copper, you know. And I took it was a 10-inch cylinder, copper, and I went outside and I brought in flat sandstone-like concrete that was pretty rough, and then a cinder block. And I says, I'm gonna put the cinder block down because it had this cinder block had 3 holes. One was narrow and the other one was big. You know that cinder block that looks like that? And I put the sand on top of it. What was I doing? Well, before I did that, I took a file and I filed a groove because it was on the table with a big piece of card paper, and I set it up. All right, I wanted to get the right so we can see the sand. I took that 10-inch cylinder and put it on top, and I had everybody, they listen, get around, and I says, you don't have to hold shoulders and all that, but you lean in, and I want you all to, and around 2 or 3 tries, and this was on lunch period, an hour, around 2 or 3 tries, it always takes about 3 times with deep breathing, because I did the deep, but I don't want to bore y'all with it. They finally, everybody came in tune where it sounded like one, and it was so deep, you could feel it in your skin. We were that close. It was like 15 of us in the class. And we're all standing around this little particular table, and the thing started shaking and cutting into the concrete. So I remember the Puerto Rican dude, he backed off like, what kind of, he's like, what kind of devil shit is that? Why your nickname Lucifer? He was asking all kind of questions, right? I was like, dude, this is frequencies. This is the average of things you know nothing about. The African brother, he would literally be an African American, but the brother, I'm not gonna say his name, he just looked and was like, oh, I heard stories about this. You know how they talk with the accent. And I says, well, let's continue. That's when the guy came in. I told you, and he's like, yo, stop that. Put that away. Put that up. And I was like, somebody, because the door was cracked. So somebody might have looked in and saw and was like, so we put it away. And it was about time for us to graduate anyway, close to it. So I could start getting into working on other fields, working on cars and stuff too. So just wanted to share that with you. When we get the numbers and everybody's together, I'll show you that again. It's not a trick. You'd be amazed at what you're capable of. And these guys who ground with me can tell you that I'm speaking specifics about unilateral communique. That when we first start off, everything sounds individual. The thing is to come into harmonic balance. There is a balance. When the power of the thought has been harnessed, it can be used to move the air at will, with the understanding that the air is full of tiny molecules or atoms that move when instructed. This is precisely how all these old world buildings were constructed. There was no such thing as modern machinery. In the true reality of Tartaria, nature and humans are connected, and all that is needed to reach this state of mind is pure intention. We say the will. I say the conscious. I say deal with the sublime. I say move with it matrilineally. Be in your grace of your true state. I know that's flying over people's heads. Anyway, nature and humans are connected, and all that is needed to reach this state of mind is pure intention and awakening of the senses. The eyes to see, the ability to touch and feel, and the ears to hear. Once these senses are activated and understood in their rightful way, the natural order, a connection to thought will form, and Mother Nature will answer the command. This is the knowledge that our ancestors preserved and stored in the collective consciousness, which was then printed into physical form and kept in all the great libraries. They perverted it, so they can't really use it as it's supposed to be utilized. You better believe this. I know what I'm talking about. So let them do what they're doing, and most of you, when the time comes, let's say they was to unleash the nukes, there would be those of you standing and not be harmed at all. And that's a fact. Not even knocked down or knocked back. Told you they don't know what they're playing with, and they become obsessively ignorant to this reality. I'm highlighting certain things to go back to, because before I have to go reading and stuff, which is no problem. Even though I know where to go look, it's marking it, highlighting it. So anyway, knowledge is true power, and it is this knowledge that is always targeted, stolen, and destroyed. When the races of man attack each other because neither wants the other to obtain this ultimate power, what must be written in all those old books which modern man has no access to. Take it from the peak. This is the knowledge that our ancestors preserved and stored in a collective consciousness, which was then printed into physical form and kept in all the great libraries. Knowledge, knowing, is true power, and it is this knowledge of knowing that is always targeted, stolen, and destroyed. When the races of man attack each other, because neither wants the other to obtain this ultimate power, that's a deeper fight. Not this goofy stuff from... Anyway, what must be written in all those old books which modern man has no access to. Bonnie pours herself a glass of water and heads to the study to check on old Malcolm. She can hear his voice and echo down the hall. As she gets closer to him and realizes he is already working. Yes, we return tomorrow. I will have the papers drawn up at the start of the next week. I understand the urgency of the matter. Bonnie walks into the study without knocking because the door is wide open. She remains standing under the door frame and with her left hand clutches the side of it, merely taking a peek inside to appease her curiosity. A roundabout look. There is an elderly human about 50 years of age with heavy-set eyes and a full beard, seated in front of Malcolm. He has thick gray, almost white eyebrows, which give away his age, although a few black hairs still poke through the sea of white and create a powerful contrast. The duality of black and white, the yin and the yang, and the checkerboard floor, all representing the natural order of things, life and death, good and evil. The ladder of the first and the ladder of the what you see now. Because there was no life and death, no recognition of it, nor was there good and evil. There was just order. I know I read fast. I just hope you always see that. Black and white, yin and yang. Hello. She greets him and gives Malcolm a stern look. I just wanted to say good night. Tomorrow's a long day of travel for us. She smiles and leaves the room, knowing full well Malcolm got the hint that she was displeased with him working at this late hour. Malcolm and the mayor bid her good night and continue with their discussion, suddenly aware that it is later than either had realized. Bonnie knew Malcolm wasn't coming to bed anytime soon. She was entirely honest. She wasn't very tired either, and instead of going straight to bed, she headed away from the sound of his voice and towards the library. It was dark, ominous-like. The light from the lounge passage didn't reach all the way here, and she decided she wanted it to remain dark and mysterious, ominously. There were no curtains or blinds on the small, round windows lining the top of the side walls, which allowed the moonlight to illuminate enough of the room that she could look at each of the books and even read their titles clearly. Her cheeks became warm with pride as she looked at all of the ancient knowledge contained inside this room and all the rooms just like it located all over the empire. In her right hand, she still holds the glass of water, and with her left she touches and fills the books that grab her attention, hoping to get a little glimpse of what they contain with her mere touch. One book seemed out of place from the rest, and curiosity makes her take it from the shelf. It is bound in navy blue leather, hey, navy blue, but has no title on the cover. She opens it, and the first page is blank. Tilting the book to better catch the moonlight made no difference. There is nothing written or printed on this page. She skips through the rest of the pages one by one and realizes that they are all blank. Not a single word on any of the pages. The paper felt thin, too thin, and it did not have the texture of normal paper used in the printing of books. She holds a page up against the moonlight, was once more wondering if direct light would illuminate and bring to life an abundance of the shy words hiding away behind the cream-colored pages. And there was nothing, not even a single blemish or words. Odd, she thought, as she put the book back into the same location where she found it. As her hand pushes its spine into the rightful position, she feels something prick the palm of her hand. Instinctually, she pulls it away from the source of pain and drops the book. It falls tumbling to the floor like a heavy rock, feeling gravity for the first time, and lands awkwardly. She stares at it for a moment, noticing that it purposefully landed with 2 pages open. And she tries to concentrate on what they wanted to show her. The pages were blank, as expected, and contained nothing of importance. Bonnie leans down to grab and put it away when suddenly a dark brown word appears on both the pages. She reads the word in disbelief and shuts the book with a loud thud, only to quickly open it again, looking through all the pages with absolute horror, hoping that what she saw wasn't real and what was a mere figment of her imagination. She finds the words once more, and as her eyes glaze over them, they disappear without a trace. Traitor. You thought you weren't gonna get a cliffhanger from this one? No, I knew right where it was gonna take me to. I know some of y'all probably cursing. Reggie Reds is a dirty mother. Yeah, sure, whatever. No, they'll enjoy the read. I said I was just gonna read through, but I just felt like no, some things need to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep pushing. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna ask. That's played out. Okay? Asking's done. The other guys, the brothers and sisters, can ask, or the brothers. If you want to reach your full potential, it might be too late. But I'm just saying. I don't. Did I shout your names out? So yeah, black powder rifle for my beloved brothers and sisters who have felons, because you don't know how to expunge or get them removed, especially when they're misdemeanors. The system's not going to tell you. They want to hold that against you because they don't want you to fight back what's going to happen and what's coming. Okay? Oh damn, that's bright. Ooh, child. Marcus Williamson. Appreciate it, beloved. I already got you, Raymond Barry and Young Cherokee. Jake, got you all your beloved. Love the ones y'all were a couple of days ago. Okay? So we'll wait, let a few more come in, and then maybe tomorrow when I come on and read, then I'll go ahead and I'll order those. It's not enough yet for those $3, but it's almost enough. Okay? So I had to change the account, like I said, I was doing stuff. So when you saw earlier, that was me with like 4 different banks, and so the other one, I want to close it or use it for just that, for books alone, which was meant for land and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I went ahead and changed it over so that way it would go from, instead of going to my credit union, it would go straight to that, which was established for banks. That way I don't have to worry about, because there's only a few dollars to make the payment to transfer it instead of just giving it. These bastards are. It's over 2 years I've been waiting for the card, and these fraudulent, fake motherfucking Gujar, they're the ones who run that. Fake ass government. And the Gujar are fake ass Jews, punk motherfuckers. And so I says, man, you got the address and you ain't mailing the card. I called them names. Talking about, oh, you're going to use language. Oh, fuck you. I went back and says, man, just mail me the card. We're not friends, associates, brothers, and sisters, or nothing. Just mail me the damn card and stop being pussies. So what I did was I went ahead and did what I had to do in the kitchen and whatever else I had to do. And you can learn these things. Some would say, that's evil. What is evil? That's disorder. And that's disorder. It's chaotic actions that show that chaos exists. But it's not the chaos that they wanted to engrave you with, talking about when the universe was created. That's all a lie. You are the universe. You can travel in yourself and through all the realms of the universe by the narrative of the words utilized. There are other ones. And all they know how to do is go back and give you Greek and this and all that fake stuff. All right? There are languages, the language that's beyond that made up nonsense. Okay? Y'all need to know this, man, because see, they want to play a little dirty game. They want to just let their little beast off the hook so that way they can incite some kind of World War III. Y'all better get it together. And you already been in World War III. You just haven't paid attention. You don't know because you subjugate yourself to the fake Jew Hollywood narrative, just like they program and condition people to believe in the lies that they credit themselves for, and blatantly so. Okay? And with that, I appreciate and hope you guys enjoyed the read. I hope you did. And who else? Anybody else come in here that wanted to speak up? Marcus William already got a at your beloved. And I guess nobody else wanted to speak up. Like I said, people get scary. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that I'm grateful for those who came over from other people's pages and they came over to follow the reads and stuff and pay attention. But I know some of them didn't because they're really holding on to their made-up world. They have a hard time, arduous time accepting another narrative. What they don't know is everything paints a picture. And see, these are the people that if they took the time and actually paid to listen, they would learn something else. But you can't reward ignorance, nor can you surprise the dumb. I want y'all to remember that. Okay? I'm gonna eat 2 more of them little chicken ass legs. And I'm so glad that he put them to sleep. You know, there's a way there's certain herbs you can use that if you put it, you have a, I hate the word slaughter, but you have with some chickens that are at that age, because you know they can live up to 10 to 12 years. So at that age, where the meat is not bad for those who consume, right? Where you can put them to sleep, and you would say euthanasia. Well, let me tell you something. It is peaceful. It's not a quick, sharp pain that all of a sudden takes away, because that goes into memory, into the ethers. They literally go to sleep and they escape and go wherever they're going to do and be next. Okay? And there's no hormones and imbalances and everything in the meat. So every time you see your uncle and them fishing and they sitting there and they don't put the fish on the ice, that meat is no good. Till you see them people cutting in the slaughterhouse. That's fake Jews. These bastards know exactly what they're doing. Cutting those cows' necks. All that is transferred. All them hormones to the meat. Popping the pigs in the head with the air. Bang! The brain is still operative for anywhere from a minute to 5 friggin' minutes. That pain has not subsided or gone anywhere. I've seen bodies torn in half where the lungs were still trying to breathe, the heart beating, the liver flexing, the brain, the eye still moving, and everything is gone and out. And I've seen this. And I've seen it more times than you can imagine. In different ways, and different things. All right, so anyway, appreciate you guys. You know, we're eternally bonded. I don't care your makeup color, your ignorance, your knowledge. I don't care about none of it. You're always welcome to come and have a seat at old Red. Yes, don't come with the Crip stuff, stupid. With the Red Wolf's Woman to Shoulder table, okay? Have a seat, pull up, and yeah, this one was fun. I know I need to tame it a little more, but I've been meeting other YouTubers, and they're like, what happened? Because they're like, what happened? I'm like, they're putting the gold ingots. Oh, they must be pressed about something with you, because we be talking mad quacka. I'm not here to stop nothing. I'm going to say this one more time for the goofies in the back room. And there's going to be balance, whether I say something or not. And if you're emotionally unstable because you can't handle what I'm saying because it drives you, I don't give two flying. Just like you don't. But mine's is much more deeper. Anyway, appreciate y'all. I'm going to eat another one of them chicken legs. First meal and my only meal for today. 4 chicken legs and a medley of mixed vegetables. And see y'all in the AM unless I decide to come on and read a little more later, because there is something I want to read. We'll see. All right? What's that? Tribe time, you already know. Y'all was actually just listening this time. Good gracious, I thought y'all have been chatting up a storm. I appreciate y'all, really do. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Been over an hour, and we'll catch y'all in the AM. Unless I have to make some room. I got like 20 videos I need to upload, so maybe I'll just slowly every half hour or something upload maybe 4 or 5 more videos. And I hope the ones you've been looking at, they're questionable. Please don't just make a statement or something. Make a statement, share it, and say, hey, look at this. I know a lot of you got a problem, and just check this out. You know, just go ahead and, because the issue they have is not with me, it's with themselves, okay? All right? So I'll see y'all here in a little bit. And go ahead and hit a couple more donations, so tomorrow or maybe later I can say, hey, look, we're ordering this one, and I could order 2 right now. No, I'll wait. I'm not in no rush. All right, see y'all either later or tomorrow morning.